Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Basi Reacts. For today, I am in the mood to do another Basi banger. For today, I don't know, I was just listening to my playlist. I have a liked playlist and I have had that account for a very long time. Actually, is there a way I can even see that? I don't think so actually. Hmm. I think roughly, I think roughly, how old am I right now? I am now 29 years old. I am getting very, very old, right? I think I have had this account for, I think, 15 to 18 years, roughly, I think. So what I sometimes do is this. I will just take my liked playlist, right? And it is not in categories or it is not separate playlists of different genres. So I just like it and it just gets piled up on one big liked song library. So I just put it on shuffle and I be revisiting all the different vibes I have felt throughout all my life 15 to 18 years ago, right up until now. And I stumbled upon this one again. Let me see how many songs are in that playlist actually. Scrolling. Let's see. So the playlist consists of 1,346 songs. Actually, maybe it doesn't sound so crazy. It's not sounding like a crazy amount, right? It's not insanely much, I would say. But yeah, it does feel that way. I I am not very cautious, I would say. Not very cautious with liking. I do have a set of criteria, right, that a song must meet in order for it to gain a place in the playlist. But I would say more often than not, it's really a feeling based, emotion based vibe, or I don't know, kind of yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say intention because it gets a bit too vague. But this one I really liked, and it's a bit of an odd one out, I would say. This is also something that I just have listened to for a very long time, as the only song of the band. I think is a band, and yeah, I have listened to it and I enjoyed it so much because of the vibe. um it's just a very soft vibe, and I don't want to give you any spoilers. Let's just jump into it and you can be the judge for yourself. So we are getting into, see, Kings of Convenience, Misread. I don't even know what the day was looking like when I first heard this one. What I do know is that from the very first watch, from the very first listen, actually, I have not seen the video. Um, yeah, I was already super liking it. So hopefully you guys will too. If not, that's totally fine too. Please, guys, I am not here to, right, to push you in any direction, and this is just me trying to fill in the gaps, right? I am now looking for, I don't know, some variation on my channel. So I think it's moments like this that I really decide to, yeah, post another Basi banger. um yeah, the intention, the goal, or the idea of this playlist, the Basi bangers playlist, is to show you guys a bit more of what I really like. So yeah, this is just going to be, right. It's going to be a low stakes. It's going to be a chill environment, guys. really, you guys can just put this on in the background, not watch it at all. You can close the video. It's not a biggie, right? It's not a big deal. So hopefully, when I continue doing this series, we will have something that is just very well, actually, I'm never that kind of reactor that is just all over the place and screaming on the top of my lungs in a reaction, right? Getting the hype levels up. I was never that kind of reactor, but I think especially for the Basi Bangers playlist, I really am trying to just create, yeah, the feeling that I would also share just with myself without the presence of, yeah, the camera being turned on. So yeah, let's just hang out and yeah, let's take a listen, guys. There is a video clip, so I'm very glad. Yeah, I think for this one we're going to watch the video clip together and yeah, maybe dive into a bit of an analysis after. We'll see how it really captivates me, or how it really yeah, performs in that way. Okay, let's get into it, guys. Hopefully you enjoy.
If you wanna be my friend, you want us to get along, please do not expect me to wrap it up and keep it there. The observation I'm doing could easily be understood, a cynical demeanor, but one of us misread. What do you know? It happened again. A friend is not a means you utilize to get somewhere. Somehow didn't notice friendship is an end. What do you know? It happened again.
Yeah, I'm a just freestyle. I was already straying away from what I had talked about in my earlier Basi Banger videos in the playlist. So this really is just yeah. As I said, guys, very low stakes. It's no biggie. Blah blah blah. So, what I am thinking, right? What I'm thinking is this. There has been a time, and I look back on a time with great adornment, adoration, I mean. And that is the time where YouTube really was very new, and everyone on the internet, I don't know, was just getting acquainted with the whole dynamic of being online and being in contact with each other, right? Leaving comments. There are some instant messenger apps like AIM, or what is the AOL, MSN. I think that was a very nice time to be alive in. Now we are all so sufficient, efficient with being online. It really changed quite a lot, actually. And when I say that, I think first, or the biggest factor in me saying that it changed is probably the factor of, yeah, just the overall feeling, I would say. To me, it was way more love in the virtual air. And now, I don't know, it just feels like that faded quite greatly. It almost shifted completely to the opposite side, I would say. Just judging from what I see the majority of, right? There are, of course, small communities or instances or specific kind of artists that just do a really good job at um, yeah, surrounding themselves or the community, surrounding the community with like-minded people. But I would say it's a minority, right? So this random, I would say, especially if you look at all of my other songs included in my liked playlist, this is quite random. And I was quite young as well, but really it is just I would say it's also a bit luck based, right? What kind of songs you are running into, I would say. And I think this is no different. I think this has just been a random occurrence, and it just sounds very good to my ears. I am aware of the effect that may be taking place, which is nostalgia, which is why I think it sounds good. But I do really try my hardest to, yeah, separate myself from the nostalgia blinded Basi. So even then, I would say, yeah, I can really understand why back then, right, when I was still a toddler almost, yeah, really like this one. So for me personally, I just really liked the what is that instrument that is just as keep recurring? Is it a it's a piano, I think. I just really like the piano. I just really like the consistency of it. I just really like the fact that it is just recurring. When when we're talking about music, when I am talking about music, there it's either one of two things, and that is it's either very stimulating, right? There's a lot going on, there's a lot to appreciate, there's a lot of things that just sound so witty, maybe. And then there's two, which I really enjoy as well, I would say equally as much, and that is the music that is very simple, very easy to listen to. You don't really have to pay attention to it. It just becomes one with with the room, with the environment that you are in, and it just really blends in with almost you breathing, right? So I really like it when I have to focus on the music, but I equally as much enjoy it when I don't have to focus on it. And I think this is one of those songs. Now that I do focus on it, yeah, I really like it, but I think I much prefer actually it just being an easy to listen to song. Let's rewind a bit and finish the video.
How come no one told me all throughout history the loneliest people were the ones who always spoke the truth, the ones who made a difference by withstanding indifference? I guess it's up to me now. Should I take that risk or just smile? What do you know? It happened again. What do you know?
Yeah, I love it so much, guys. I think the video clip also is so very nice. It's just, um, have you ever heard of the show Bluey? It's a kids animated show and it's about a dog. But what's interesting is that I recently learned about that show using special kind of colors, and maybe it is because I have a daughter and I interest myself in such things way more than before, right? Before becoming a parent. But there are let me just elaborate on it so I can really give you guys that impact that I had when I first heard it. And that is that if you have babies, children at a very young age, they often are exposed to TV shows or animated shows, animations as a whole, that are really captivating the baby. They do it in a way that is just um, psychologically or maybe anatomically. I don't know exactly what kind of field it is focusing on, but your eyes and your brain have a certain way of reacting to certain kinds of animations, kinds of colors, or kinds of sounds. And things like Coco Melon, right, is a very popular kids show. They just have all of those ingredients that all come from a recipe that is so very successful at just distracting your baby. And it's almost come to a point where um, it's I don't know. I don't really feel actually as if this is the moment to talk about that, but I feel like it's getting easier and easier for parents and future parents to not really give their kids or any kids, right? Be it family, be it nephews, nieces, or whatever, it becomes easier and easier to not put effort, your own soul into that kid. Rather, it's just become a convenience to just put on some Coco Melon or any of the other shows. YouTube, I would say, is also something that I really dislike actually, because there are just so many channels that are focusing on distracting babies and they are super huge, right? They are super successful. And it's all videos with all of the effects like this in your face, in your face. Let me just get rid of this for you guys, right? And it's going like this. So I think you can see and understand why that would be captivating for a baby, right? But I don't really feel it. It almost feels like the whole story of a rapper selling their soul, right? It almost feels like that. If I see a baby really watching that, really being hypnotized by it, even almost, I don't know. I just feel a bit eerie. I don't really feel good actually. So um, so yeah, now that you know that kind of effect and my feeling towards it, when I see this, it is just like Bluey. And Bluey, let me tell you guys, I have recently learned about, and that is that Bluey is using special kind of colors. I don't know exactly what kind of colors they are called, but they are colors that are easy for the eyes. I think even dogs are can really enjoy that show because the colors are just chosen with the idea of it being a pleasant experience for the brain, a soothing experience, instead of a captivating, distracting, just claiming all of your focus kind of idea, right? So when I look at this, I just really feel like I am being cleansed. There is just so much material out there that I am watching and that everyone is watching, right? you cannot really escape it. I would say it gets increasingly harder actually to escape such influences. But when I see this, I just feel like I'm being cleansed, I'm being cleaned, right? This is just so you would never think, right? In my eyes at least, this is just good. This is good for the soul. So yeah, hopefully you guys understand what I mean. Yeah, this is just good, relaxed vibes, and I don't know, no trace of distraction. This is just pure vibes, and it's really positive. It's really positive vibes, I would say. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's Basi banger. I really should actually I really need to think actually about what I really want to do with this playlist and really move that certain way because for today I don't really know what direction I am going in with this playlist. So yeah, maybe for the next one we will think out loud together. You guys can leave your comments. Um, I actually don't really have a lot of comments on the Basi bangers, which is very logical, I would say. But yeah, that is going to be it for today and for the next Basi banger, whenever that will be uploaded, right? Yeah, we're gonna brainstorm a bit. Hopefully, I will pick out a brainstorm song for that one, and then yeah, get some get some things done, right, for this playlist. So yeah, this is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for checking this out. It is super random, right? This is not it's not a tactical move, because I know this won't be doing any numbers, but still I feel like I should be sometimes, right, do something that is just more of me instead of me giving myself into a community again and then checking that out and becoming part of that community, because that is what I have always been doing, right? I've been doing some artists, some bands, some groups. So this is kind of my what's that called, kind of a fast maybe. So yeah, I don't know when the next one will be, but for the people that are following this playlist, next one is going to be a brainstorm session, and we are really cutting some knots, or I don't know how to call that in English. We're really going to make some progress with this very special playlist. I do think it's a special playlist, but I don't really feel like I am treating it as such. So yeah, for the next one, yeah, we will be looking into how to really make this special and really give it that special feeling. So yeah, all right. I've been talking way too much. Um, this time for real, I will be closing it out for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for today, and I will see you whenever I see you in the next Basi Bangers upload. Thank you so much.